Hello and welcome to another edition of ProtoBalls Talk Podcast. And here we are, 1 month late, and
yeah, just about. Not really any.
For the record, not my fault.
Oh,
not really his fault either.
Not even my fault either. No, we busy.
It's been busy but we're finally back, and we're finally going to cover Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
Yeah. About fucking time.
Yeah, we watched this like a month ago, and just getting together to actually record for this has been
kind of a pain in the ass, because I work full time, so like, you know, some days I just never am around.
Yeah, especially the days you're supposed to have off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love it.
But we're finally doing this, so let's get to it.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Witch's Ghost is the sequel to
Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
Yep.
And its production values are a bit lower than that of that movie.
And this is the first movie that you look at and you're like, this is a fucking Scooby-Doo anime.
Even more so than Zombie Island.
Yeah. Way more so than Zombie Island. There are certain frames in this movie where it's like, this was done by a Japanese studio.
I feel I should mention that the production turnaround for this movie was significantly smaller than that of Zombie Island. And as a result, it's just not as good of a movie. I'm going to get that right out the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Billy West does not return as Shaggy, which I'm sad about, because
instead we get Scott Enos, who is still voicing Scooby.
Yep. So the reason Billy West was not involved in the second movie is he was kind of busy working on another project. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of it. It's called Futurama.
I'm drawing a blank.
I just never heard of it. Yeah.
It's probably flopped. It
I
definitely didn't get canceled twice.
Yeah, for sure.
It definitely only got canceled once. Very early on.
Yeah, Futurama, that's a story for another day. Very good series. One of my favorite animated series. Yeah.
He's good.
So there's not a lot of big names in this one. There's one big name in it, and like, it's, oh my god, he's so like amazing, even if he doesn't really do much for most of the movie.
Should I say it?
Yeah, go ahead. It's
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry's in this movie.
Yay!
And you can tell he's having an absolute blast.
Especially late in the movie, but
especially late in the movie. Whenever Tim Curry comes up, there's three things I think of. There's Home Alone 2, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Well, four things. Rocky Horror Picture Show, Clue, which is a great movie that we need to get to sometime.
Sure.
And then, of course, his most famous appearance on Command and Conquer, Red Alert.
I thought it was as Dr. Morocco in Transformers Rescue Bots.
You shut your fucking whore mouth.
Okay. Please stop hitting me.
Good. So, yeah.
No, it's Pennywise from It.
Pennywise from It as well, yeah. But I don't really think of that first. I mean, it's his most famous role.
I mean, admittedly, you can't really tell that it's him with all that makeup, but you listen to the voice and, oh yeah, no, that's him.
That's Tim Curry. So it was released on VHS and DVD on October 5th, 1999. Who knows how much it made, but it's 66.
And it was written and produced by the same group that worked on Zombie Island.
Yep, it's
the second part of the Brain Trust quadrilogy.
Which, all four are good movies, but this one's probably the second weakest out of all of them.
With the least weakest being Zombie Island.
Well, yeah, the best of them is easily Zombie Island. But I mean, the least best one's probably the next movie that we're doing. And I know you disagree with me wholeheartedly. He doesn't like the fourth movie.
No, and I have Ken Icarus to thank for that.
Yeah,
Because he really opened my eyes to that, but we'll get to that when we get to that. This one, okay, but let's actually get to talking about the movie proper.
Yep. So the movie starts as with the last Scooby-Doo movie, a big chase.
Yeah, mid-mystery. This time involving mummies.
In a museum.
Viking mummies. Or something.
I don't know.
But in a museum.
Vikings never used mummies.
That's why it's so weird.
I know! Anyway, so this guy, Ben Ravencroft.
He helps out.
Voiced by Tim Curry.
Yay.
Yay. And Velma is like a massive fan. So apparently, Mystery Inc. is back together. There's no explanation for that. They're back together.
I think the basic explanation is they had such a fun time last time.
Such a fun time nearly dying.
By the way, at no point do they actually reference the fact that Daphne has a television series. And that whole deal got retconned. Fuck that movie.
I think it got canceled.
No, it got retconned.
Yeah.
It got retconned in return.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that movie.
Oh, God, no. Please don't remind me.
You haven't even seen that movie.
It's so...
I have.
Yeah.
Fuck that movie.
Why do you think I haven't seen it? Because I know it's going to be fucking bad. We're going to have to do that one eventually.
I know. But that's going to be so far down the line that we'll have gotten through a lot of other crap.
Can we just skip
it? And
a
lot of very good ones.
Can we skip it?
No, because it's actually part of a trilogy of movies.
Anyway, Ben's like, hey, mystery gang, y'all wanna go to my hometown? Yo? Yeah? Yo? I got lots of stuff to show you.
Greetings, fellow youths. No, he doesn't act like that. He's a lot more cordial.
Right, he's just like, hey, if you guys ever want to know about anything about mysteries, I could bring you back to my hometown. There's a couple of mysteries there you could solve.
And so they go to his hometown of
Oak Haven, Massachusetts. And the scenery is very lovely.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's got
nice autumn New England scenery.
Yeah, autumn New England scenery with a lot of goddamn New Yorker leaf watchers. Those bastards. Oi, we're watching leaves here! No. But the whole town has become sort of like a tourist attraction.
I think it's like close to a big festival for the town that has been getting a lot more attention as of late for reasons that will soon become clear.
Yep.
Basically, as the mayor puts it, the ghost of one of Ben's ancient relatives, Sarah Ravencroft, has come back to haunt the town as the witch's ghost, as they claim.
Yeah. And they've got like a whole 17th century village. Set.
Scooby finds a shoe buckle.
What is presumed to be a shoe buckle?
It's a goddamn shoe buckle, okay? Don't you goddamn foreshadow so unvaguely, you fuck!
Damn it! You bitch!
Am I the bitch,
yeah.
or are you, in fact, the bitch?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, Sarah Ravencroft is apparently this witch that was executed by the townspeople.
But Ben comes to her defense and claims that she was a Wiccan who was unjustly treated during the witch hunt, basically.
Yep.
And he has been dedicating quite a bit of time to searching for her journal to prove that she was innocent.
Yep. There's a God, man, So yeah, they show everybody like, for, like, a third of this movie, nothing happens. But, like, it is,
it's like setting stuff up, though.
It's, like, setting stuff up, but, like, it's such a way where...
Scooby and Shaggy go to a local restaurant.
Yeah, nothing happens in such a way where it's like, well, at least it's entertaining.
Yeah. It's an entertaining amount of nothing.
You know, like, it's a bit unlike Zombie Island, which actually gets, like, right to the point. Like, hey, we're back, we're gonna go do stuff. Let's go do stuff.
And then this movie basically sets up how a lot of the later movies go, with a lot of stuff happening that doesn't really matter other than setting up stuff, then mystery, then climax.
Yep, pretty much. But they eat the fuck out of this restaurant.
To the point where the guy who owns the restaurant has to go out to get more food.
He's got to run out to the store. And this is where I cut in. And I'm like, where the fuck do these guys get all this money? Where do they get all this money from?
How can Transformers fly without jets? Stop questioning it, bitch!
What question is all I want? Also, the answer is levitation. Yeah.
That's where they got all their money? Okay.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo's a levitationist. Levitator? Levitatee? Levitator?
Living La Vida Loca?
Yes! That's it. So eventually, the store closes
and Scooby and Shaggy finally have to start heading home, and they encounter witches!
Supposedly.
With vampire fangs!
Oh, God!
Oh, God!
And they run away.
And then they once they get back with their friends, they drag them around to try and find these witches' ghosts that they've encountered.
Well, they do run into a witch.
That too!
They do run into a witch.
They got 4 witches! Oh, flippity-boppity-bell!
There's 3 witches, and then there's the 1 witch.
But
who's the real witch? The world may never know.
Turns out it's the 4th witch, because of the first 3 witches that Scooby and Shaggy encountered, they're in fact a band called the Hex Girls, who are in town to perform for a festival that they are performing because it's their hometown.
Right. We should also point out that Ben and the rest of the mystery gang were, like, out with the rest of the crowd because they were like, oh, let's go look for this witch's ghost, and then there's the one guy, he's like, she ain't coming, let's all go.
Oh, yeah. Because, that's why all the tourists are there, to try and get a glimpse of the witch's ghost.
Which so far has been a dud.
Except for Scooby and Shaggy encountering them.
Yeah, but who believes Scooby and Shaggy? See?
I mean, realistically, the gang should believe Scooby and Shaggy.
Yeah, right.
Because Scooby and Shaggy tend to be the ones who first encounter the monsters, like 9 out of 10 times.
This is true.
And yet, the other gangs are like, no, it's not.
It's not.
Granted, 11 times out of 10, it turns out to be a guy in a mask, so...
Yeah, right? Except for that one time, which is the last movie.
And, any time that Scooby and Shaggy
and 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo.
I was going to
Boo
say...
Brothers. And School.
I was going to say any time that Scrappy is involved that isn't his debut season.
Or that. Or The Reluctant Werewolf. Or really any of these movies, except the later ones.
No, later being post this movie. For the most part.
For the most part, I guess. But, so anyway, they run into the Hex Girls.
Who are practicing for their performance.
They play a song. It's okay. It's cool. It's whatever. Everybody...
And I fall in love because, goth chicks.
Shut up.
Pretty sure this was my first encounter with goth chicks.
Anyway, people say, oh, the Hex Girls are, the most iconic.
Stop ignoring my love of goth chicks.
No, I'm going to continue ignoring it anyway. People say, the Hex Girls songs are, the most iconic songs.
They're good songs.
They're good songs, but like, okay, like you got I'm a Hex Girl, but then you've got Terror Time Again.
I mean, yeah, you do have a point there.
I'm gonna take Terror Time Again 10 out of 10 times. As good as the other song is, bro. Also,
it's Terror Time Again, motherfucker.
It's Terror Time Again.
Oh, fuck. I just remembered that the opening theme for this movie was the Scooby-Doo theme, as done by Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, God, yeah, the country
song. A country rendition of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Why?
Why?
This was post-Achy Breaky Heart by a long shot.
Jesus Christ.
He desperately needed the money.
Dude, this fucking... Wait, was it? Was it actually? Hold on. Give me a second. Yes, it was! It was Billy Ray Cyrus!
I fucking told you!
What the fuck? Oh my god!
He didn't believe me!
Oh, man. Anyway,
getting back to the plot.
Anyway, so most of the soundtrack was actually done by the Hex Girls, so there's that, but like, oh, man, fuck you guys. Now I'm just dumbfounded right now, because I didn't realize that for the longest time.
It's completely just derailed your train of thought.
Yes, like, because, first off, I don't like country. I think most new country is trash.
I'm just not a fan of country, period.
Right. I prefer, like Johnny Cash. Although, does he count as country, or does he count as
country rock?
Yeah, I think he's more.
I would say he started out country, but he definitely surpassed the boundaries of what counts as country.
Yeah, he's more like the icon of country.
He's like country folk.
Yeah, sorta.
Country rock folk.
Anyway, it just fucking. Anyway, so. The gang goes their separate ways and sort of just trails people.
Trying to figure out who is this witch's ghost.
Yep. So Scooby and Shaggy follow the mayor. That's the whole thing. Velma and Ben Ravencroft go explore this barn.
And
Fred and
Daphne follow the Hex Girls.
Who by the way,
witness the lead of the band, Thorn, performing some sort of weird ritual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, the mayor's name is Mayor Corey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just it. Fred and Daphne sort of just see Thorn performing a little ritual that they think is like, oh, fuck, it's a witch ritual. Shit. And then, and then Daphne, just out of nowhere, calls out Fred. I think this is the one where she's like, so, why do you split us up all the time in this order? Fred's like, well, you see, oh, hey.
Hold on.
Hold on, this thing's happening.
Something's happening.
Reminds me of the Frieza quote from
Team 4-Star?
From Team 4-Star. Oh, look at that! Something's happening. Let's never have this conversation again. Yeah, it literally never gets addressed again. Except maybe later.
It does get addressed in the fourth movie, but
sort of.
It also kind of gets hand-waved at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that when we talk about that.
Anyway, let's see here. Velma and Ben, they find a cherry picker truck in the barn.
And Scooby and Shaggy find the witch! And also the mayor going to like a bunch of different places.
Yep. I mean, he's a mayor. He's a busy man.
Ultimately, they all come back together to formulate a plot to capture the witch, which they do.
And then
they capture the witch.
And the Hex Girls show up, apparently.
And then it turns out the witch is the dentist, who is the father of Thorn. And Mr. the one who made the fake teeth for the Hex Girls.
Yep. It's also
It's also the mayor.
It's also not the dentist. It's the pharmacist.
Same thing. I always assumed he was a dentist because of the...
I don't know. Basically, it's actually the entire town.
Turns out the entire town was the witch's ghost.
Yeah.
Wow, what a weird twist that's also kind of anticlimactic.
Well, that's
Wait, what about the book?
That's Witch's Ghost, everybody.
And then Velma remembers the shoe buckle that Scooby found earlier.
Yeah, so they go back to Ben's house, and the mayor's like, "We're sorry, dude.
Sorry we exploited your ancestry for views. It was just a prank, bro.
just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. We didn't mean no harm by it."
I mean, admittedly, what they were doing was trying to revitalize the economy for their small town.
Right, exactly.
So they had the best of intentions. They just didn't go about it in the proper way. But thanks to Velma remembering the shoe buckle and looking at a picture of Sarah that's just on the wall, she realizes that wasn't a shoe buckle Scooby found.
It's not a shoe buckle?
Nope.
I thought it was a shoe buckle.
I thought it was a shoe buckle too. Then what is it, Lucas? Turns out it's a clasp from Sarah Ravencroft's journal. But now they need to find the tree. Wait, where did Scooby find that tree?
Oh, it's at the old stump.
To the old stump!
So yeah, they start...
They dig up... They realize that the diary was buried under the big tree, which is now a stump, which is why Ben couldn't find it. They dig it up, they find the journal, and everybody lives happily ever after, until Ben reveals that it's actually a spell book and summons the actual witch's ghost.
Wait, you mean to tell me Tim Curry was the villain all along? Who could have seen this coming?
How about all of them over there?
Yeah, all of them could have, but I didn't. Anyway,
and all of them over there, too.
Anyway, Tim Curry's the villain. Big fucking surprise.
And turns out there actually is a witch's ghost. So that's like 5 witches' ghosts.
Reveals Sarah is a witch. And, hey, this book's mine now. I'm going to take over the world. Thanks.
Also, I'm a warlock by extension.
I'm a warlock by extension because bloodline. Because fuck how that works.
So, yeah. And so we get to the final third of the movie, which is... just absolute chaos in the best possible way.
It's hard to explain, but basically everything comes alive.
Thanks to Sarah.
Thanks to Sarah.
Using her witch magic.
Sarah Ravencroft is like, yeah, thanks for releasing me, but fuck you.
Yeah, no, I'm the powerful witch here. You're just powerful by extension.
You're just immortal. Fuck off. I don't care who you are.
Bloodline be damned.
The bloodline be damned.
Well, Velma then realized that in order to stop
he also orchestrated everything at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, he paid off the Viking mummies and the guy who ran the museum to be a victim of the Viking mummies. And the security guards.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird, bro. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to get Mr. Ink's attention, all you had to do was, just send him a letter.
Or, dress yourself up as a monster.
I could have. I don't know. Fucking, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, the gang tries to flee. Ben fucking destroys the vehicle.
Giant pumpkin monster, giant turkey.
Giant turkey.
Giant turkey. Other pumpkin monsters.
It gets very...
absolute chaos.
It gets very, very questionable really quickly. When you see Fred and Daphne wrapped around vines. And you start...
And you remember that you've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
You know where this is going.
But then Velma remembers, hey, I figured out a way to stop the witch. But we need a Wiccan.
Hey, Thorn, you're a Wiccan.
Yeah, like a quarter, maybe.
Good enough! Sufficient enough.
Close enough.
I mean, Ben tries to send...
So they have to get the spell book away from the witches, away from Sarah, chaos is still going. There's a weird ringing every time my voice gets loud. I think it's the doorbell.
Yep.
It's barely audible, but I can hear it.
I think this movie has an ending that is far more disturbing contextually than like the actual Zombie Island is very visceral in its ending and how just everybody melts away and fucking like.
But it is definitive and conclusive. And
definitive, very definitive. Like, oh yeah, everybody is fucking like 100% dead.
Except for like the good guys.
The Scooby Gang did not save anybody. The Scooby Gang did not really solve any mysteries.
But to be fair, a lot of the people that died were already dead.
Yes, they were already dead, but like they didn't save anybody.
They saved their souls, though.
They saved their souls, I guess.
At the very least. But here, they finally managed to get the book away from Sarah. Thorne recites a passage from the book, which traps Sarah back into the book. But as she's being dragged back in, she pulls Ben with her. And they both get trapped in the book, which then has a burning branch fall on top of it, and it burns the book.
And nobody tries to save it.
I mean, to be fair, fuck Sarah and Ben. I mean, they were kind of assholes, ultimately.
But yeah, contextually, think about the nightmare fuel that is. You've just summoned this giant fucking monster ghost witch, right? And now you've been sucked into a book with it, imprisoned for God knows how long to do God knows what in there.
You know, I'm not even sure God knows.
I don't think God knows either. Witches, man. Very weird.
Witches. Not even once.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, pal. But yeah, so the book burns. Fucking everything goes back to normal except one particular detail. Because the mayor's like, no! My town! It's ruined! How will we ever be able to attract any customers? On tourists.
You still have this giant turkey.
You still got this giant turkey.
That didn't get its magic undone for some reason.
There's a hilarious scene where the turkey chases Shaggy and Scooby. And because Shaggy and Scooby are Shaggy and Scooby, and they're like, oh, it's just a giant turkey, so let's eat it. And the turkey's like, oh fuck, nope. Yeah. So the movie ends with a Hex Girls concert. And the song's great. Oh, the Scooby Gang join in, blah, blah, blah. And, that's kind of how the movie ends.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
This movie basically proved what the Brain Trust figured they couldn't actually do with Zombie Island, which was have a straightforward Scooby-Doo mystery last for an hour. Despite
the first third of the movie being nothing.
And the final third being, non-traditional Scooby mystery.
Exactly. Yeah, God.
Like, they managed to fill out pretty much an entire hour with a standard Scooby-Doo mystery, which they would go on to do for a couple more movies before everybody else proved that they could do a standard Scooby-Doo mystery for over an hour. For 20 movies.
Yeah. This.
I like this movie.
This movie's good. Definitely not nearly as good as Zombie Island.
Oh god, no.
And witches are not nearly as okay, viscerally, historically, the whole oh hey, a historical witch who's been fucking persecuted and executed. That might be more contextually terrifying than zombies. But viscerally, and because I'm a huge zombie fan, and Zombie Island might have been the one to do it. Zombie Island's a lot better, I think, structurally.
Right. I feel like if they had a bit more time, they could have made a better movie. I feel like this is a decent follow-up to Zombie Island.
Right. This one's a good follow-up, and
it's my second favorite of the Brain Trust quadrilogy.
If it was followed up by well, let's just throw the names out there. If this was if Zombie Island was followed up by, Alien Invaders and Alien Invaders and Cyber Chase. I don't know. What would have been worse is if Zombie Island was followed up by Monster of Mexico. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Go give me your thoughts. Yeah,
but I like this movie. It is a bit of a more traditional Scooby-Doo mystery for the most part, except for that final third of the film, which just decides to slap a real monster in there, kind of last minute. Like it feels like it's wrapping up a plot thread that brought the characters together, but then it turned out, nope, I'm the actual villain. Type of deal.
Pretty much.
And it does feel odd knowing that, but I do feel that the rest of the movie pales in comparison to the final third of the movie. Like, I feel that the traditional Scooby-Doo action isn't as good as the final third. What am I looking at?
Well, that one's gonna be interesting. I'm looking at the Scooby-Doo direct-to-video movies, and there's one that's coming out this year called Scooby-Doo and Courage of the Cowardly Dog. I am one half really looking forward to it, and one half terrified at just how badly they'll fuck this up.
I hope it leans more towards courage than it does Scooby.
Scooby-Doo, the sword and the scoop. Oh god, they're gonna do Arthurian legend. Oh fuck.
I have that and I haven't watched it yet.
Oh fuck.
That is the newest one.
Oh fuck. Fuck. Arthurian Legends, great. Dude, what the fuck? Return to Zombie Island, October... Oh, never mind. Sorry. I was like, October 1st, 2019, and then I was like, Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo, October 6th, 2020. I was like, they were released 6 days apart from each other. I was about to say, no, not the case. Yeah. God damn. Yeah, just gonna say, Chill Out Scooby-Doo is probably like the last great Scooby-Doo movie.
I think there are some good Scooby-Doo movies after that. Here and there.
Anyway, Witch's Ghost is probably like a 7-6.
Yeah, I would agree, a 7.
Yeah, let's just run through this list quick here. Okay, Zombie Island, best. Witch's Ghost, Alien Invaders, Cyber Chase, Legend of the Vampire. I like it a lot more than some people. It's definitely not it doesn't have a very good reputation.
Next we got Monster of Mexico.
Monster of Mexico, Loch Ness Monster, Aloha Scooby-Doo, which I like despite it being dumb.
Where's My Mummy?
Where's My Mummy? That one's actually great.
I agree.
That one is amazing. Pirates Ahoy, that one's stupid.
Chill Out.
Chill Out Scooby-Doo.
Goblin King.
Goblin King is bad. Samurai Sword is bad.
Abracadabra
is bad.
Which is actually... Abracadabra is actually the first time that Matthew Lillard voices Shaggy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Matthew Lillard. He's a pretty famous actor these days. Sort of. He's like a B-list actor. Yeah, he'd be a B-list actor.
I'd say he's more like a C-list actor.
But he's from Scream, so I mean...
I know. So's Jamie Kennedy. He's like a D-list actor.
Yeah, but Jamie Kennedy killed his career with Son of the Mask.
Fair point.
Yeah. God, I cannot believe... what's his name was also in that movie? From Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Christopher Lloyd?
No, not Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd wasn't in that movie.
Bob Hoskins?
Yes, I'm so sad Bob Hoskins is in that movie.
Bob Hoskins is in that movie?
Bob Hoskins is in Son of the Mask.
Oh, God.
You see why why he was so angry all the time before he died? He was in shit movies! I feel so bad for him!
Moving along, we got Camp Scare, Legend of the Phantasaur.
Music of the Vampire, Big Top Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, Mask of the Blue Falcon.
Which is kind of not that great of a movie. I was honestly expecting that movie to be a crossover between Scooby-Doo and Blue Falcon.
Honestly.
Kind of like Blue Falcon's or first episodes of Dynamite.
Honestly.
And, oh god, that...
Honestly, I'm waiting for the eventual arrival of Scooby-Doo meets Dora the Explorer. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm just giving shit. Scooby-Doo Adventures, the Mystery Map, Scooby-Doo Stage Fright, Scooby-Doo, the WrestleMania one.
Frank and Creepy. Frank and Creepy's a good one.
Moon Monster Madness. What the fuck?
Scooby-Doo and Kiss.
Lego Scooby-Doo. Which is...
There's like 3 Lego Scooby-Doos. You gotta be pretty specific.
Scooby-Doo and WWE Curse of the Speed Demon, which is fucking wacky races, but WWE wrestlers, which is fucking weird.
Scooby-Doo Shaggy's Showdown, which is pretty good.
Is that the one where he reaches 9,000?
No, that's Legend of the Phantasaur.
Oh, okay. Lego Scooby-Doo, Blow Up Beach Bash, Batman Brave and the Bold, Gourmet Ghost, Curse of the 13th Ghost,
Return to Zombie Island,
Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo, and The Sword and the Scoob. Fuck. That's a
lot of movies.
Yep.
Not all of them are in continuity, though.
Not to say much about the live-action films, which we won't get into.
There are 5 of those.
Well, there's
varying degrees.
There's 2 theatrical films. There's 2
TV movies, and then like a direct-to-video movie.
Yeah.
I think that may have also been a TV movie. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Whatever. It's yeah. Lots of fucking. Yeah.
Lots of movies that we'll eventually get to, but not right away.
So yeah, that was oh man.
That was Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
Yeah, that was Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. So, on the other agenda, WrestleMania.
Yay.
Yay, how was that? How'd you like it?
It was okay.
It was okay? I thought it was alright. It's, started off great. It
did not start off great. It started off raining. It started off delayed. But once it actually got to wrestling, then
we got some good promos, though, out of it.
Fun fact, I arrived, late to the proceedings, and I did not miss a thing because of the rain delay.
Yep, the rain delay sort of paused everything. First match was the...
Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the Heavyweight Championship.
Heavyweight Championship, yep. The WWE Championship, yep. And, yeah, it was alright.
Good match, good match.
Alright, yeah. 18 minutes. That match was 18 minutes. Did not feel like it.
It had a pretty satisfying conclusion, I feel.
Fucking Drew McIntyre winning with a goddamn fucking full Nelson.
Yes, because Drew McIntyre totally
got
Bobby
I'm
Lashley.
sorry. Bobby Lashley won with a full Nelson. I'm sorry. I'm out of it. I've been out of it. And Slither, the executive producer, is not happy at me. He might cancel me at any minute. Yeah, Bobby Lashley wins. It's alright. It's okay.
I do feel that the Hurt Lock is too OP. Please nerf.
It's a full Nelson, and full Nelsons shouldn't finish matches.
Yeah. It looks like something that could be so easily gotten out of if you just put your hands up and crouched.
Yeah, exactly.
But nobody ever thinks to do that. I am honestly going to flip my shit when somebody finally figures out that they can just do that.
I guess. Fuck.
Because it's like, oh good, finally somebody figured out how to stop this thing that could easily be stopped.
Then we get the women's tag team turmoil match, and this was shit.
Yeah.
This was fucking garbage.
Yeah, I really wasn't paying attention to it.
Four teams go out there and just fucking...
And it's not even 4 teams out all at once. It's
No.
like a gauntlet match. It's like first 2 teams, then one gets eliminated and a third comes out. And then one gets eliminated and a fourth comes out.
God. And none of the teams were even good.
Yeah.
You fucking...
Like, this could have been a storyline that had popped up in the actual show.
And you have
fucking up to it.
And you have the 2 fucking most boring people that you possibly could have win it. Natalia and Tamina won it. Fuck.
I can't really comment on them because what are they on SmackDown? Because
They're on
I don't
SmackDown.
watch SmackDown. I stopped watching SmackDown back in October.
Just a bad match. 0 reason for this to have even happened. 0 reason for them to win. Then we get like
the only reason that this match even happened was to determine who would go against the women's tag team champions the next night.
Shayna Basler and Nia Jax, two wrestlers who also can't wrestle worth a shit.
I might fight you on that hill. I don't know if I'll live.
Yeah. Neither of them are very... Nia Jax especially is not good. She is not a good wrestler. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. This was a great match. I know he didn't care for it.
But that's just because I've really stopped caring about Seth Rollins for quite a while.
Right. But
like, he was part of the reason I stopped watching Raw. And then stopped watching the SmackDown.
This match was fucking great. Cesaro deserves it. He gets his first singles victory at a WrestleMania. Fucking deserve it. Anybody who says Cesaro isn't worth it, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a bitch. You hear that? A bitch.
It did have its moments, though.
It was a great match.
Cesaro breaking his own record for spinning
for
Rollins around.
God. Man, Seth Rollins needed to lose and just go away for a little bit. So I think this is sort of the time where he could take a little time off and just sort of go home, relax, stay with the family, watch the kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's got a kid on the way, or I think it was already born.
Pretty confident that by this point it's probably been born. I think I may have even seen a picture of it.
We get the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship between the New Day and AJ Styles and Omos. And this entire match was built around can AJ Styles get to Omos in time?
It was largely a squash match because the New Day just absolutely wrecked AJ's shit.
Yep, and then Omos got in, and the New Day's...
And then it's a reverse squash match.
And then the New Day's like, fuck, we are fucked, aren't we? Omos just dominates them. So,
I thought it was a good debut for Omos.
It's good, yeah, it was pretty good. AJ Styles and Omos are the new Raw Tag Team Champions. And then we get Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon in the steel cage match. Pretty good match.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good. Braun Strowman just fucking steamrolls through Shane.
Shane tries to crawl over
his geeks. He calls over his geeks to try and beat down Strowman.
Tries to crawl over the fence. Strowman tears open the fence and drags him back in.
Yeah. This whole match was basically Shane McMahon trying to use every dirty trick in the book to just sort of cripple Braun, and Braun just getting back up.
And then trying to write it off as Braun being stupid, and Braun just absolutely dominating whenever he was able to.
Yep. The big final spot is fucking throwing Shane off the top of the cage, doing a front flip, and it looked like if Shane missed by a couple of inches, he could have been crippled or dead.
Yeah.
That was a way too close of a call.
But that is kind of Shane McMahon's whole deal.
Yep. So that one was a great match too.
Oh yeah.
Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and Morrison. This one was...
As much as I was kind of invested in that, this one was also one that I wasn't paying too much attention
Right,
on.
yeah. This one was, from what I hear, I sort of zoned out for a bit. I just I don't know what's going on. But Bad Bunny was really good. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's based on how he's been trained, and I think Adam Pearce did the agenting in this match, so that's why it was so good and put together so well. But anyway, yeah, Bad Bunny ends up, I believe, pinning The Miz. Is that what he did?
I believe so.
Yep. So, yeah, Miz and Morrison lose to a goddamn Latin rapper.
As it should be.
Yeah. And, then
all is right with the world.
Yep. And then we get the main event of night one. And it's Bianca Bel-Air versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And this was a great match.
Oh, I feel that this was the best match of the night. Oh, there was a lot of emotion going both ways. High energy.
Bianca could barely get through the match without crying. Let's just point that out. As soon as the match started, she's like, "Ah, fuck, here come the waterworks."
It's like, this is fun. This is really happening.
This is really happening. And, it's a great match. Lots of good spots. Sasha Banks is now 0-6 at WrestleMania. So
for good matches?
No. 0-6, just in general.
Oh, she can't win.
She can't win a WrestleMania match.
I got confused as to what...
No, yeah,
my bad.
She is 0 for life. 0 for life in winning WrestleMania matches. That day will come, eventually.
Oh, but the climax of the match, though.
Yeah.
The whip.
Oh, fuck! Yeah.
Bianca Belair uses her hair as a whip, slashing Sasha
she gave Sasha Banks a fucking huge welt on the side. It wasn't there. And
it certainly left a mark.
It certainly left a mark. And you could see Sasha being like, "Ah, fuck, this sucked."
Oh, it was such a satisfying conclusion to the match, though.
Yeah, really, really good finish.
I am really glad for Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
She earned that title.
Definitely earned it. Let's see here. So then we get to night 2, and just okay. They finished. I'm glad they finished the first half hour and just got all the shit out of the way. Night 1 starts with Randy Orton versus The Fiend. And I mean, Fiend's entrance aside, this match was not good.
I have to agree. I am a huge Fiend stan. I will defend The Fiend for the most part. But why did they get rid of his melty look? I liked the melty look. But no, he just looks like classic Fiend.
Yeah. It was such
a disappointment.
They got him a new mask, basically.
I at least wanted him to stick around for a while as Melty Fiend.
You know how long this match was? This match was 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
Ooh.
5 minutes and 50 seconds of just both guys lying around, not really doing anything.
And it ends with Alexa Bliss just kind of showing up, bleeding oil, distracting Fiend, allowing Randy Orton to get the win. God damn it. I wanted Fiend to win to finally get vengeance for what all happened.
So apparently this was rewritten. Rewritten last minute to have Randy win. So I don't fucking know, man.
And then Alexa
I just want Randy Orton to go away, please. I don't care how good of a wrestler he is. He's not to me. He's been the same wrestler he's been for the last 20 years. Slow, plodding, gets his ass beat, hits the RKO, hits another RKO, goes into his random motion, hits a third RKO, pin, win. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking sick of Randy Orton as a wrestler. I just want him gone, away from WWE for a while.
What is it called when a heel turns heel? Because that is certainly what Alexa Bliss did.
A heel turn?
Because
are they turning Fiend face? Please, no.
I honestly don't know. I'm glad that Bray Wyatt is back as a character.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he came back the next Raw, and they did, in 2 separate segments, address the whole betrayal. And, yeah, okay, but...
Yeah, are they turning... Because if they're turning Bray Wyatt, the Fiend face, You're gonna fucking kill the entire plot. You're gonna jump the shark.
Yes. So yeah.
Because the Fiend is not supposed.
I mean, I'm okay with him being a face as a heel.
You know what
a heel face.
You know what the Fiend should be. You know what the Fiend should be? Not like a fucking Michael Myers villain or fucking shit
God,
like
no.
No, you don't. That doesn't work in wrestling unless you're the Undertaker, and even then, the Undertaker loses to shenanigans, but he loses a lot. No, what you have the Fiend be is you have him be a silent Avenger, shows up, kicks ass, wins, leaves. You don't know when he's coming, you don't know where he's coming, but he shows up, kicks ass, he leaves, and you don't see him again for a while. Should be like the Demon with Finn Balor, who stopped doing that for a while now. But he shows up, kicks ass, leaves. And you have Bray Wyatt be the wrestler. And then, how do I explain it? You don't have the Fiend wrestle every match. You have Bray Wyatt wrestle most of the matches, and then when Bray Wyatt feels like, God, I gotta pull down deep for this one, I gotta pull out the Fiend, then you pull out the Fiend, and you just have him go on a tear, kick ass, take names. You don't have him win any championships. You don't even have him challenge for any championships, because that's what Bray Wyatt should do, because Bray Wyatt loses. The Fiend shouldn't lose, if that makes sense, right?
Right.
Okay. Basically,
I was following you.
Yeah. Basically, you book the Fiend as a big fucking monster who doesn't challenge for the championship because he doesn't need the championship.
So can we agree that this was the most disappointing match of WrestleMania?
This was the most disappointing, but it was not the worst. Oh, we'll get into that next. Nia Jax and Shayna Basler versus Natalya and Tamina for the women's tag team championships. And God, what a fucking awful match. I zoned out for most of it because I knew it was bad, and you actually tried to pay attention to it, and even you were like, I can't.
Yeah.
I fucking...
I get it. Like, I like their charisma as champions, but...
That's all... They don't even have that much charisma.
Like, I think they do a decent job of being heel champions, but it is really kind of rocky, and I do feel that they've had it long enough. They can lose it.
But not to Natalya or Tamina. God, no. That would have, it would have been made sense if they lost to the Riot Squad, because, people love the Riot Squad.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, but you don't, so whatever. Fucking, why even have this match? And this match was 14 minutes long. 14 minutes of fucking wrestling hell. Matches like this, they don't set women's wrestling back, but they sure don't fucking help the reputation of the division. Then we got a good match next, and like the rest of the show sort of it hit a cliff way early. Like it dropped off a cliff way early, and it slowly, steadily got back up. It fucking drug itself back up. But we get Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn with Logan Paul. He's just there. Fuck Logan Paul. Fuck Logan Paul. I think everybody should agree with that.
Watching Sami Zayn just kind of freak the fuck out over a conspiracy that may or may not actually be happening kind of makes me a little bit regret not paying attention to Smackdown.
You should have.
Because that actually seemed pretty interesting.
The whole story is Sami Zayn thinks WWE has a conspiracy against him to keep him from winning. Because he loses all the time. So he's got like a documentary crew around him to sort of keep track of everything. And Kevin Owens is like, dude, there's no fucking conspiracy. You just keep losing because you keep getting too fucking stuck in your own ass. You got your head up your ass. And so, Sammy brings in Logan Paul. And Logan Paul just sort of stirs the pot in regards to Kevin Owens. So Sami Zayn attacks Kevin Owens, and bada bing, bada boom, we got this match.
Ultimately, Kevin wins.
Ultimately, Kevin Owens wins, which proves Kevin Owens right. But in the mind of Sami Zayn, it proves Sami Zayn right. So this storyline isn't over.
That's just, the conspiracy theorists' outlook. It's like, this doesn't prove anything other than my point.
Exactly. Now,
confirmation bias.
Yes. After the match, Kevin Owens fucking stuns Logan Paul, and if you're trying to get Kevin Owens to be like Steve Austin, I mean, yeah, using the stunner is a good start and everything, but Kevin Owens is not Steve Austin. Kevin Owens is Kevin Owens. Quit trying to make him Steve Austin.
I have no comment one way or another on that.
Anyway, it was a good match. The great spot where there was a brain buster on the apron, which had to fucking suck. Sheamus versus Matt Riddle, or Riddle.
The very last and the very end of that match, just I'm not gonna lie, Riddle, I think, is a good wrestler.
Yeah, Riddle's a good wrestler and all, but his whole character is, bro, I smoke pot.
Basically. But in this match, you can see him getting frustrated, and it's almost scary seeing that look on his face.
Yep.
That determined look on his face. I love it.
Anyway, Sheamus ends up winning. It's a good match.
He hits Riddle with a bro kick while Riddle is in mid-flip. Mm-hmm. So he catches Riddle in the face with his foot while the guy's upside down. And he is bleeding from the mouth as a result.
Yeah.
He still had a swollen lip the next night. You couldn't see it very well because of the camera angle, but you could kind of tell that it was still puffy.
So Sheamus is the new United States champion. Good for him.
A hell of a way to end the match.
And immediately afterwards, we get Apollo Crews versus Big E for the WWE Intercontinental Championship in a Nigerian drum match. So, Apollo Crews has this weird story going where he's starting to speak like a Nigerian, claiming Nigerian descent.
Again, I don't watch Smackdown, but when he pulled that accent out at the last pay-per-view, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, what's going on here? Even I was confused, because I haven't watched any wrestling since Royal Rumble.
Wait, is he Nigerian?
Yeah, and it's like, is he Nigerian, or what?
It's like he's claiming he's Nigerian. He's
claiming
got the accent, but he never used to have the accent.
He's claiming his descent from Nigeria, and he's using the accent as a way to honor his ancestors, which is,
It's weird. But that would kind of be like us just affecting a British accent.
Well, more like using either an Irish or German accent. Or maybe slight French. Yeah. Oui.
But yeah, it's odd, but...
Je suis glace Joe.
But that has no actual bearing on the match proper.
Yep, yeah. It just, yeah. It's whatever. But Big E and Apollo Crews, they just beat the absolute fucking dog shit out of each other for 7 minutes.
I can't remember who won.
Apollo did. Apollo won the Intercontinental Champion after this big motherfucker comes in and just attacks.
Oh yeah, fuck, who was that?
I can't remember his name.
He was on Raw's Fight Club thing.
Yeah, it just Fight Club's legacy lives on. Yeah. Anyway, so Apollo Crews has a follower. Is the point? Now he's the Intercontinental Champion. I'm still sad they broke up the Hurt Business. Oh well. Then we get the best match of the night, bar none, in my opinion. We get Rhea Ripley versus Asuka, and it was nothing but action from beginning to end.
There were, no breaks throughout the entire match.
And these two fucking went out there and had the best possible match that they could have, and I think it stole the entire show.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think it was the best match of the entire Mania.
I have to agree. I said Apollo Crews and Big E beat the dog shit out of each other. These two beat the fucking piss out of each other. God, fucking Asuka's great.
I think she's the best wrestler in the entire company. People want to say Charlotte, fucking whatever, piss off. Asuka, for my money, is the best. Is the best, and Rhea Ripley is probably she's probably in the top 10.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they haven't been doing a whole lot with Asuka lately.
No, they haven't done anything with Asuka.
And that's a shame, because she is a good wrestler.
She's a great wrestler, but WWE doesn't know how to use her. Asuka was great in NXT and her first year in WWE, along with her tag team reign with Kyrie. Because, she'd show up, she'd kick ass, she'd win, she'd leave. That's all you need for Asuka. And when she loses, have her lose convincingly, like in this match. You don't fucking do her dirty, have her lose to weak opponents. Or opponents that are perceived as weaker
and
than
Rhea Ripley is certainly no weak opponent.
No, Rhea Ripley took her to the limit. This is how you build a new star. You don't have Rhea lose to fucking Charlotte last year. That sort of took her down a peg.
I'm glad she got back up.
Yeah, she got back up and beat Asuka, who's probably the best possible person to lose to. Because, you lose to... If you beat Charlotte, it's like, oh, you beat Charlotte, but she'll win the title back. But if you beat Asuka, you actually beat somebody important. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. For all that WWE tries to say, Charlotte's like the best wrestler in the company. She wins the belt back. Everybody knows she's gonna eventually win the belt back, and it's only just a matter of time. Asuka, you don't know when she's winning the belt back, but she's such a good wrestler, it doesn't matter. She doesn't need it. Charlotte needs that belt to stay relevant. Let's just put it that way. Because without it, she's fucking bland as piss. So yeah, Asuka and Rhea Ripley had match of the night. I'd probably give it a good solid 4 stars. This sort of, yeah. Then we get the main event, another great match that ended very weird. We get the main event of the night 2.
The Universal Championship match.
Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan, and it was a good triple threat, pretty damn good triple threat.
But everybody kept cheating.
Jey Uso got involved, and then Edge knocked him out of the match for most of it. And then weapons and whatnot, because there's no disqualification triple threat match, so weapons are legal. Yeah, and we get a little bit of Edge versus Daniel Bryan, and holy fuck, those two can still go. Roman Reigns ends up winning in the weirdest of fashion.
Because Jey Uso shows
back up. Edge attacks him with a chair, and then he walks into a spear from Roman. Roman wins, and at this point, Daniel Bryan's pretty much been dead.
Yeah, he's so dead that Roman Reigns actually pinned both of them simultaneously.
Yeah, did they ever address that on Raw? Or
I don't know why they would address it on Raw, since all 3 of them are from SmackDown.
Right, never mind. Sorry.
If they're going to address it, they're going to address it on Friday.
Yeah.
Which I'm not watching.
Yeah, because that was very unnecessary. That
was just flexing. Come on.
Well, on the other thing is Edge can now claim, hey, I pinned Daniel Bryan because his shoulders were on the mat and I was on top of him. So it's probably gonna. I think it's probably gonna lead to a rematch between Edge and Roman at Backlash, if there's even a Backlash.
A WrestleMania Backlash. So yeah, they are going to have a Backlash. I don't know why they decided to start calling it WrestleMania Backlash.
It's stupid. Fucking WWE's dumb. They are fucking dumb.
I had to think for a minute. It's like, did they used to call it WrestleMania Backlash?
No, they never called it WrestleMania Backlash. It wasn't
until I was looking on Twitter and that was trending. I was like, oh hey, I guess I was right. It wasn't WrestleMania Backlash.
No. Backlash has been a thing since 99, 2000. And
I can kind of understand why it would be considered a WrestleMania Backlash.
Right, because it's a pay-per-view after WrestleMania.
That's why the Backlash of WrestleMania.
That's why it was called Backlash. And WWE decides, our fans are fucking stupid. They're not going to get the joke. Even though you've had it as the same name for 20 fucking years. God! God, I hate WWE, like, looking down on us and thinking we're stupid. Because that's what WWE thinks their fans are. Stupid. So they gotta remind you of everything and spell it out in little numbers because they have no sense of subtlety and nuance.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was WrestleMania, and that was fucking whatever, you know, fucking fuck. Fucking fuck. You know, for night one is probably the best night.
But night 2 had probably the best night of both nights.
Night 2 had the best matches, but night 1 was probably the better one overall. Because
I'm still glad that they split it across 2 nights.
Yeah. I'm sad that they're not going to do that next year.
Oh.
I think. Give me a second. Yeah, why are they calling it WrestleMania Backlash? Why you gotta fucking piss me off? Oh, God. Let me see here. Yeah. It's going to be held on April 3rd, 2022.
Okay.
So it's going to be fucking one night. Which means we're going to get 12 matches and an 8-hour show. Fucking kill us. Fucking whatever. Yeah. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, recommendations.
Sukabandeka. I've been watching Sukabandeka and its sequel, Sukabandeka 2, quite a bit lately, and it's pretty good. It's a series about a delinquent schoolgirl, Saki Asamiya, who, in order to save her mother from facing execution, works with a secretive group branch of the police to fight crime using a steel yo-yo.
Yes, quite.
It's pretty damn good.
Pretty alright.
I can definitely see why the second series is got the better ratings, but the first series is pretty damn good, and would definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't already. I mean, there's a reason why quite a bit of Japanese media has referenced it, even into the modern day.
Yep.
Have you started watching that yet?
No, not yet. Like I said, I've been out of it lately, so
Okay.
Just fuck.
Okay.
God. Let me think. I honestly don't really have very many recommendations lately.
Mm-hmm.
Diablo 2. Let's go with that. I started playing Diablo 2 again. It's a game from 2001. It's probably the best game in the Diablo series, and it's still fucking so playable. Like, Diablo 3, if Diablo 3 is your thing, and you love Diablo 3, don't expect the same from Diablo 2. Expect it to have a little more bite and a little more creativity.
I've never played 3, so I have no horse in this race.
Okay, so whereas Diablo 1, it's very basic. You run around, you hit shit, and they die, and sometimes they drop items.
Yes.
Yeah. Diablo 2, it's you hit shit, they die, and they drop more creative weapons, like times 10. They drop so much stuff. And, like, Diablo 3, they drop a lot of stuff, but, like, a lot of it is a lot... You're a lot better off just buying items in Diablo 3 than in Diablo 2. And you can also sort of, like, customize items, because items have sockets in them that you can use to put other special items in the weapons.
It's like materia in the Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Except not removable.
Yeah. Just Diablo 2 is a more polished game than the other two.
Okay.
And it's got a way better story. A much better story. A lot more classes.
Yeah.
And a lot more characters. And like everything about that game is just very interesting. It's got an iconic soundtrack. I mean, you get the Tristram theme in it, and you never get that in Diablo 3. You get the new Tristram theme, which I don't want. I want the old Tristram.
I'm just reminded of the fact that the plot of Diablo 2 basically says that your victory in Diablo 1 was for nothing.
Yeah. So, yeah, basic plot of Diablo 2 is everything that you did in Diablo 1 has been rendered useless. Because all three characters from Diablo 1, well, they're villains now.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's his name? The three classes in Diablo 1. I'm trying to think. There's the Ranger, or the Archer in Diablo 1 is now somebody you fight in Act 1.
Mm-hmm.
The Mage in Diablo 1 is somebody you fight in Act 2. And Aiden, the other male character, the fighter, yeah, he's Diablo. Yeah, he's the main villain of the entire game.
Yeah, basically you do not want to live in the world of Diablo.
No!
Because that place is fucked.
Yeah. I was just playing it today, and then, like, oh, man, bro, fuck. Even Tyrael, the Archangel, in this series is like, yeah, this world's kind of fucked. I'm just, like, I wish I could help you, but, like, God says I can't. This is all, yeah. When you get to Act 4, Tyrael's like, I'm forbidden from aiding you directly. All I can do is give you advice. So basically in his words is, yeah, you guys are fucked unless you can solve it yourself, because I'm not here to help you. If you fail here, well, humanity's fucked. Sorry, bro. And, yeah, God, a lot of the quests in that game are pretty memorable as well. So, Diablo 2, worth playing, and it's even funner with friends, more than Diablo 3. No item sharing, though. Or there's no coin sharing in that game, though. I don't think. So. Oh, well, I think that about does it for us, I think.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, well, this has been a thing. It's been an episode.
It's good to finally be done and over with.
Right. Yeah. So this has been ProtoBalls Talk. This is my recycled balls, now known as Call Me Barry.
I'm still gonna call you my recycled balls. I'm ProtoMet.
That's fine. And everybody have a good one. See ya.
See ya.